Holocaust, the civil rights movement, Japanese internment camps. They are just a few of the dark moments in history sparked by hatred and intolerance. Bill Tinglin is concerned they're being forgotten.
There's not enough tolerance education throughout the entire country.
Tinglin, a longtime Holocaust education advocate, is behind an initiative called the Tour for Tolerance. The idea is to transform a bus into a high-tech interactive classroom and bring lessons of fighting hate right to students' doors.
They'll come on the bus, and as soon as they sit down, they'll be transported into historical events.
The bus would be outfitted with video screens that show holograms of Holocaust survivors, members of the civil rights movement, and more. Tinglin is working with the USC Shoah Foundation, which created the technology used in the Museum of Jewish Heritage's Dimensions and Testimony exhibit.
I was not able to return to Poland for a long time.
From that, we'll be able to talk about bullying, antisocial behavior, racism, anti-Semitism. One bus per year will be able to reach 50,000 students.
The Tour for Tolerance bus would travel all across the 5 boroughs, and in addition to offering interactive video programming, the goal is also to have someone who survived the civil rights era or the Holocaust on board to tell their story in person.
To be in a labor camp was no picnic. People were shot to death, were worked to death, were starved to death.
Sammy Steegman was barely a toddler when his family was taken to a Nazi labor camp in Ukraine.
Since I was too young, only a year and a half, obviously I could not work, so I was subjected to Nazi medical experimentations.
A decade ago, he started to realize there were fewer and fewer survivors like him, so he dedicated his time to educating young people about his family's horrific past. Now he's among the survivors participating in the Tour for Tolerance project.
Unfortunately, in today's society, we have forgotten how to disagree in a civil way. And if we don't learn from the past, history will repeat itself.
You know, so interesting, and it's an incredible idea. I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
And they're still trying to develop it, obviously, but they need some money for this, right?
Yeah, I mean, they've got to buy the bus, right? So the organizers say their goal right now is $150,000 to buy that bus, create a prototype, and then once they have that bus, they think they'll be able to get even more people on board, so to speak, to support it. So far, they've raised about $60,000.
Okay, and they need, what's the total?
For the bus, $150,000. After that, I think they're going to need a little bit more to build it out, but that's their goal for the immediate future.
But you know what? It's a great way to learn. You know, it makes
is.
it very personal in many ways, and it makes it different so that it leaves an impression on you. I think it's fabulous.
Yeah, I mean, I think the other big advantage is, you know, field trips are amazing and great, but they don't happen all the time. There's a lot of logistics. Here, the interactive exhibit comes right to the student's school, right outside their classroom.
I love it.
So it provides access, I think, to a
I
lot
hope
more.
they raise the money. I hope they get this project off the ground. And make sure you come back and give us an update on this, okay? We love it a lot.
Will do.
Okay, Stacey Delicat, thanks so much for bringing it to us.